So I just finished a museum tour, which is in the building back there. That was excellent. So now I'm going to go into Greenfield Village, which is over here, which is the historic houses. But right here, there's a statue of Henry Ford. It's kind of cool. All the way down there to this is a museum, and it goes super far down that way. And here is Greenfield Village. So there's some stuff on Thomas Edison, old historic houses, Model Ts driving around. There's a train ride. So I have about 2.5 hours here, so probably not enough time, but enough to at least go through some of it. So join me on this adventure through Greenfield Village. There's restrooms. There's a memorial fountain here. Here's the village store here. Ooh, cool in here. Oh, this one's a lot bigger than the other one. Stuff with Thomas Edison, Ford. I kind of like this hat. I like black hats. Boy, they even have lotions and... I like these sweatshirts that are just subtle. You know, it has the old Model T. Decorated really nice in here. Back by the fountain, here's the ticket office. Like I said, I bought a combo ticket, so I just get stamped every time. Good timing because the train's coming. Oh, it's pulling in the station.
My trip around the village will take approximately 30 minutes. We'll have 2 additional stops. Please sit back and relax. Greenfield Village is divided into historic districts. The Henry Ford Model T district is first on the left. And we can enjoy ride on an authentic Model T for the interior of the village. Visit Henry Ford's birthplace. It's the White Farmhouse built in 1861. He was born there in 1863 and moved to here in 1944 from 3 and 4 miles down the corner of Fort Road and Greenfield Road. Those are merino sheep under the Osage orange tree. Main Street was purchased where the Wright brothers owned the site of John Farris Windmill building from miles. Built in 1870. Learn about the beginning of aviation. There's a Mexico military town from downtown Detroit about 1880. Next to her, the H.J. Heinz building built in 1854 in Sharpsburg, Pennsylvania. Sir John Bennett's was London and Menlo on Main Street. Behind the Ford Motor Company to the left is the Logan stock with a Model T run. Edison Network is the next historic district. Started with the valley and most of them are France and Germany. The gray building here is the rebuilt Menlo Lavatories. The gold building, Sarah Jordan's boarding house. Many of the men who worked for Edison after that lived there. One of the first buildings in the United States wired television. Next to Sarah Jordan's place is the official Fort Wright, Lavatories. The 1832 Ackley covered bridge comes to us in southwest Pennsylvania. This is the entrance way to Courthouse and Farris Windmill.
Model T car coming.
Well, across home end and then farmhouse, there's a lot to see up on Avon. The other side of the bridge and up the side off to the right, the sandstone complex and the house cottage. 16, 19 sheds we're stopping directly ahead here. This is Susquehanna Station. It's a 4-minute.
That station, the Ford testing track is down over there. That's not part of this tour, though.
There's 3 people at the far north end of Greenfield Village, but that's the top of the mountain. The white building here is a Susquehanna plantation built in the early 1800s. It comes to us from St. Mary's County, Maryland, out of production over 700 acres of tobacco, wheat, and corn. The rust-colored building is the oldest American made building in the village, dating from the early 1600s. The Princeton House in this Princeton raised 7 children. Building and soft on very nice. The windmill is the Farris Windmill, considered the oldest in the United States, built in 1640 on Cape Cod. It was a gift to Henry Ford by his National Lima Association in 1936. Dark brick building next to it, the Jagged Farmhouse, 17 to 24 off the 8 building.
Here comes a Model T.
So this is our first round back horses, so General Johnny said a lot of work in Greenfield Village. Pulling the carts and wagons before these home. They get their legs off the hard surface and above the village, back out on the hill. 1 days in a row, we actually be able to put back in with her. The open field really is well on road, but you have to fields for all our seasons. We can then every highway summertime they stored Sunday they still stored baseball. 1867 baseball. But they all grew up. Building some on the hill or that's not some of the ports of the fire. The red brick building, no wet. The large complex for the gas station, over 525 students. Selected 30 lottery system from Wagon down. Only exceeding 95%. But in the board, was always students first. Secretly seen with that at the last time in on-field. He wanted to inspire them to inherit conditions of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and innovation. And we continue years ahead. The 3 Pullman cars on the left are part of the senior class platform.
Here's a Pullman cars.
Very popular for weddings throughout our season. Her name comes from Henry Ford's mother-in-law, Martha, mother Mary. One of the original soldiers here. The green building is the case of history. The cafeteria style restaurant. And connected to the little project down to the White Building. The Eagle Tavern, built in 1830. In Clinton, about 50 miles from where we can experience sit down there with the Don't connect the flight right here, heading out the railroad junction. That's great depot platform. It's a 4-better stop and then conductor Marianne will take over. Take you out to the front gate. Look at the extra point. But if you choose to get off there, you're walking distance to the Carousel. Playground. Edison over there. Central Marketplace and Microsoft.
across the street there, you're going to see the Detroit Vegetable Building. It was originally in Eastern Market, downtown Detroit. It was originally built in 1860. We built it here last year. We have farmers markets. We have also Greenfield, we have yesterday. We use it on special occasions, so we hope we're coming back, especially coming up with Halloween and our Old Car Festival weekend after Labor Day. And that's going to be pretty busy over there. Our railroad Roundhouse takes us back to the year of 1884 in Marshall, Michigan, on the Detroit, Toledo, and Milwaukee line. You can stop for coal, water, and daily repairs. We have 3 steam locomotives that we use on a rotation basis right here in the village. Liberty Craft Works, that we see our master craftsmen that work on glass floors, potters, decorators, winking, carving, and our punch office has been making a lot of wonderful things to be put inside of our gift shop. And we have a new gift shop this year. We'll renovate it very nice. We're going to the Working Fire District. This is the Harvard Firestone Park. It is the father of the fire started up my entire county. Silk films will come before. This was in Columbia County, Ohio, on the Pennsylvania border. He was born in 1868. His family built a house in 1828. But we're getting a chance to stop in and see our lambs that were born in May that got pretty good. Our chickens and our cows. And there's all the same chores that bring little bit that time period. Also implementing the same type of equipment. We were working out here in the a great big watermelon in here, and I'm just going to that one. With the beautiful blooms down here. Well, these are our offices on our right from what hall. People have reported where Mr. Country gets involved in that there. This is also where Henry Ford Lyman Sega, who passed away April 7, 1947, when more than 100,000 people came by to pay their respect. We are now back up to the main gated area. This is the Firestone Station. We will take you back to the parking lot, to the museum, or should we get to the village at this point. We're here till 5 o'clock. We're closed at 5. The shop stays open until 5:30. Please make sure you stay hydrated throughout the day. And then children will have the data plates for you. Please remain in your seat until the engineer gives us the whistle. When that whistle blows, excuse me, Sarah will have the data. Wait for that whistle. And the whistle blows. You may exit.
Here's the train. Here's the wagon shop. First building we'll visit. They're all buildings that they moved from all over. The wagon wheels. Soybean Experimental Laboratory. It's a big one. It's one that was right by the train, which is right there. Wow. Amount of detail. Got a big hopper here. I'll get through as many buildings as possible. This section is the working farm. This is Mill Road. Village store, that's where we came in. Here's a map of the whole area. So I'm here, here's where the train ride went, to give you an idea how big this is. Oh, horse is unhappy. Carousel, Main Street, farm. So here the bus will pick you up and take you around. It's a horse-drawn bus. It's a working farm area. I want to get over by the windmill, I think. And I believe that's down here. Oh, it's a Ford house. So here's the Miller School. Here's Main Street. There's the first Ford building. I believe it was moved there. We can get over here. Wright family house from the Wright brothers. Train passing through. Greenfield tiny type. Photographs made on thin sheets of iron paint. Equivalent of a portrait studio. Before film, before digital. I can use a backdrop there. Oh, look, you had natural lighting. Both through the ceiling and through the opening there. I like the wooden walkways for sidewalks. Here's a Thomas Edison sculpture, monument. I believe these are his houses and laboratories. Post office. Phoenixville Post Office. I believe this is Thomas Edison's laboratory. Hopefully you can get in this one. I thought you could. Thomas Edison's Menlo Park Complex. See what's in here. See what all these different buildings are. I love that these Model Ts are just cruising by. Like in the old days. So here's this machine shop. Pulleys and relays. Light bulb in the center. Foreman's office. A woodworking shop. Drill on the wall. This is a glass house. Making copies. They have a blueprint there. There's the attic room up there. Oh, the glass pipes. Working glass. This building I can't find a placard for, so I'm not sure what it is. For that lighting. Oh, looks like you can go upstairs. Oh. Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. Welcome to the second floor. It is the actual building where Mr. Edison achieved about 400 of his 1,093 patented inventions. Now, the sign says replica. It's actually a restoration. There's about 40% original material included in this building here.
Wow.
We did discover that the local population of Menlo Park had pilfered the building. So he sent guys out to buy back pieces, and eventually gets about 40%. So we call it a replica, but it is actually a recreation, a restoration. There's another term that would work better than replica. But while he's in this building for 6 years, he achieves about 400 of his 1,093 patented inventions. The three majors that come out of this room are the tinfoil photograph, the microphone, and the electric lighting system.
Wow. How long was he here? Did you say? How many years? 6 years.
1876 to 1882.
Okay.
Then he starts planning to go to West Orange. He has a stop about a year in New York City, setting up the Pearl Street Station, first commercial use of electrical light.
Wow. So this is the phonograph or the?
No, this is his first patented invention, an electric vote recorder. He submitted this to Congress, and he was turned out. And they said it works too fast, and it makes a permanent record of our voting that could be held against us.
Wow.
So what he learned from this, he sold zero. What he learned from it, though, is do your research ahead of time. If nobody wants it, don't buy it.
Yeah, don't invent something no one needs, right? Here we're back on the first floor again.
Those are the really significant ones that most people know. 1878, Edison realized that he was going to be moving to a much larger shop. So that's when he built the large brick machine shop that we have over there, as well as the brick office building too, to serve as kind of a gateway of sorts for visitors that were starting to come when he started to have
The telephone room.
demonstrations of the lighting system. He wanted people to have a good impression.
The building we just came out of. Saw this little squirrel down here chewing away. Found a nut. See what this building is right here on the Edison complex. Looks like it's the office in the library. Yep. Sorry, my reflection's in there. So the upstairs. Looks like a post office. Sarah Jordan Boarding House. Like I said, all these buildings are restorations, moved from their original location. So funny when they go by. Take a look at the board or inside the boarding house now. Hey, how are you?
Good.
I never know if there's somebody in one of the rooms or not. So this is a boarding house, huh?
Yes. So this is Sarah Jordan's boarding house. This is where Edison's male unmarried workers would have lived when they worked right across the street
Oh,
at
okay.
Menlo Park. And I mean that literally. The distance between this house and the main lab here is the exact same
Really?
as it would have been back in New Jersey.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Welcome on in, folks. Now, as you're looking around, the house is a converted duplex turned into a boarding house. Everything downstairs on this side is Sarah Jordan, her daughter, and their maid Kate's personal side. Everything else, including the entire upstairs, is for the boarders. Now, while over in Menlo Park, we tend to focus on the innovators, the inventors, and all the highly skilled workers in terms of mind that are working over there. Here we're showing the backbone behind all of Menlo. This is where most likely a good number of machinists, pattern makers, glass blowers, firemen, the people who kept the boilers running, would have been living when they worked right across the street at Menlo. This is And in addition, this is the side that we don't see.
I like how they do it, just wires across.
Yeah, this is one of the first 3 houses wired for electrical lighting. Now, we don't know exactly which of the 3 is originally turned on during the something wire they were originally demonstrating, but this is the last.
Excuse me. Wow. Goes upstairs both ways. This is where the workers would be boarded.
I'll pick up after these 3, but it's the last time. And when we know to go 5 and floor, in the room next door is Mr. Holzer. You can tell which things are his, girly pictures and fancy big rum. One day I even saw a knife on the dresser. He's a bit wild next to young Mr. Hill and smart Mr. Lawson, but they all seem to get along, most of the time. Now what's left? Finish the bedrooms. Trying to get this all done in the forenoon, but there's still beds to do up and the floor in the small bedroom that needs scrubbing. Then tomorrow's wash day. Bump the water, heat the water, boil the clothes, rinse the clothes, and hang them out in the yard. And then the next day it's the ironing. I don't know if it's washing or cleaning tears me up more. Well, it's the day to clean the manuscript finished. Already tidied up Mr. Griffin's room on top of the stairs. Oh, he's a nice man and neat in his ways.
Oh, a big heater in the middle. Lots of rooms up here. Kate's room. Sarah's bedroom. Not electric wiring, just 2 wires. There's the outhouses. So this is a Fort Myers laboratory. I didn't know they had one in Fort Myers, Florida. Wow. Over here because this one seemed interesting. There's an old car down the street. So this is Luther Burbank Garden Office. Plant breeder Luther Burbank had an international reputation that drew tourists to his 40-acre experimental farm in Santa Rosa, California.
The importance of scientific research and its application to agriculture is symbolized by this garden office, used by Luther Burbank in the early 20th century. Burbank, an American plant breeder, naturalist, and author, was especially noted for his several decades of study and experimentation with different forms of plants, fruits, and vegetables.
Here's the toll bridge. The toll house. Ackley Covered Bridge, built in 1832 near West Findlay, Pennsylvania. Geese down there. Crossing over the covered bridge here. Man, this place is awesome. I can see how you need multiple days here, especially if you do the museum as well. There's just so much to see, especially if you've never been here before. Coming out of the covered bridge here. There's a train over there too. Well, the tracks for it, but. So this is Edison's homestead. This is like a 1915 house. I don't know if we can go in this one though. It doesn't look like it's open. Maybe through the front side. Bluffton family home. The brick with the date of 1640, in other words 1796, was found within the chimney. Built in the early 1700s.
Oh, there you are, husband. As well, for your dinner's nearly ready.
Ah, dear wife. I trust there was a good meal.
Husband, thou shalt not go hungry. Here then, wash. Sarah, bring the basin that your father might wash his hands, and there's a napkin laid right beside it.
Come on, Sarah, bring the basin closer. Well, she's black and blue for that slop.
Oh, Thomas, such nonsense. Splash up my hands, though.
Oh, my head's
Your coat.
Cow baby.
Children, now let us set to our dinner. Sit me down, husband.
Swell.
Farris Windmill, built in the mid 1600s, was on Cape Cod. Daggett Farmhouse, built in 1750 in Andover, Connecticut. It's right next to the windmill. Curved stairs. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi. Is this your first time at the Daggett Farmhouse?
It is.
Well, welcome. We are set in 1760.
Okay.
Let's say we are still colonists. We are in the American Revolution. And right now, we are happy till October. And King George II dies. Okay. Then it's just from there.
Downhill, huh?
Yep, but right now, we are set in 1760, and we are in the home of Samuel and Anna Daggett and their 3 children.
Okay.
So at this time, they are 5, 3, and 1. Let's say you've caught us at a time where we're just tending to our afternoon chores, and I am knitting. And you're probably like, why are you knitting in the middle of summer? In this time period, you have to think about 6 months ahead.
Yeah.
So
Even food, yeah.
So even the food, so
Yeah.
preservation, you gotta think, what am I not gonna have in 6 months I'm gonna need?
Exactly. Well, thank you.
Of course, have a great day.
You too, thanks.
Thank you. Hello, welcome to the Daggett Farmhouse. Thank you. This your guys' first time at the Daggett Farmhouse?
No, we're members, so we just.
So you're like, I already know. It's 1960. We don't have anything.
Out the back door. There's the windmill. It's supposed to be the kitchen.
Yeah, I walked outside, there were 4 brown tennis.
Cotswood Forge. Oh, blacksmith. They do have demonstrations. I'm here kind of late.
Without realizing it, you've not only just stepped back in time about 100 years, but have also stepped several thousand miles from Dearborn, Michigan. This blacksmith shop was originally built in the village of Snows Hill in Gloucestershire, England. It was owned and operated by the Stanley family. They've been in business there as blacksmiths for at least 300 years. The shop is outfitted to appear as it would have been in the late 1800s, but apart from a few refinements, it would actually appear familiar to blacksmiths from many hundreds of years before then. Blacksmithing was an elemental trade, both in terms of the activity itself, shaping and manipulating hot iron using hammer and anvil, and in terms of the trade's place in the community. Even the tiniest village or settlement needed the services of a blacksmith to make essential items.
I can smell the burning of the train. Resident or estate, or maybe it's a farmland, but the fact that it's all made out of stone. Oh, so this is a tea garden. Lives up to the name garden, that's for sure. Old tea sets. Here where they warm the water. Or heat the water for the math. I don't know what it means when the windows have that in them. I love all this old history and all the details and the buildings and such. Wish I could spend more time here. You can see if there's a bird's nest in there. I guess that's where they have tea outside. There's where the bus service picks up. Gidding family house. It's moved from Portsmouth to Edinburgh in 1775. Take a quick look in this one.
It is constructed around a huge central chimney with separate flues for each of the 5 fireplaces that heated the rooms and provided a heat source for cooking in the kitchen. The hall, or keeping room, on your left, was designed to accommodate the informal daily activities of the family. It contains a number of furnishings in the Queen style, popular during the mid-1700s. On your right is the parlor, or guest room, which was used for entertaining and other special occasions. This room is currently furnished with reproductions. This house, built in Exeter, New Hampshire in 1751, represents a time in the colonies when a few people were gaining wealth through trade. The house was built on a hill over...
So I'm all the way over here now. So I came in here, went down here. I think I went down this way, and all the way down here and back up. So I have a little bit to go up in here. I only got 30 minutes left, so hopefully I can hit them all fast. So I'm at Christie Street in Maple Lane. Here's Noah Webster's house. Yes, the author of the Webster Dictionary. Just love that they moved all the houses here. So instead of traveling all over, you can go to one place and see them. Here's Robert Frost's house, the poet. I like that style of house. It's got a small second floor, but nice looking house. Built in 1835 in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So not that far from here. I feel like I'm one of the last few here. They're probably like looking for me to leave pretty soon. Although it is open for another 35 minutes, so I don't think they'll kick me out. There's a little nod to the U.S. Forest Service. This house looks pretty unique. Let's see what this one's about. This is a Swiss chalet built in 1935 in Greenfield Village. Sounds of American Gallery, built in 1830 in Lawrenceville, Pennsylvania. Those were slave quarters. Maddox family home, built in 1880 in Bryan County, Georgia. Charles Steinman's cabin, regarded as one of the greatest electrical engineers of all time. Very modest. I thought that was a muffin. It's a seashell. No, not much, but it does the job, you know. I don't know where he slept. Oh, I guess he slept in that hammock thing. The Addams family house, not the TV show. So I guess he was a columnist. The Chapman family home.
In the early 1880s, Chapman moved to nearby Detroit in search of the new opportunities offered in a rapidly growing city. His home is furnished in keeping with the modest lifestyle of a country school teacher in the 1870s. The furnishings are mostly mass-produced and inexpensive. The chest of drawers in the bedroom belonged to John and Susie Chapman. Their marriage certificate hangs on the wall above it. This simple house, built in Dearborn Township, Michigan, was the home of John Brainerd Chapman, Henry Ford's favorite teacher. Chapman and his young wife, Susie, lived here during the 1870s, when Chapman taught at the Scotch Settlement School and later at Miller School.
William Home McGuffey Schoolhouse, Built in 1934 in Chesterfield Village. I don't know if you can see in there. Oh, that should be pretty good. Looks like they're adding another house there. They must have found something else to move back over here. Foundation's in actually already. Opening soon, Jackson House. This walkway here takes you all the way back behind the houses that I just did and along the railroad tracks. But there's something to the left here that I want to look at, because I think it's something that might be a remnant of something they used to have before they remodeled it. That's what it is, Shawnee Landing. So over here, they used to have a boat that would go around, almost like Rivers of America. And I don't know if it got old and was no longer seaworthy or what it was, but the dock is still here, but it's no longer a boat ride. Maybe they'll bring it back someday. I'm sure they can find a boat. It wouldn't have been that long. It would probably be like a 7-minute ride, but still would have been pretty cool to actually go on a boat around. See what this is like inside. Martha Mary Chapel, 1829.
And these are things that might be in the town. There's a school. There's the inn.
Oh, it's nice and air conditioned in here. Here's the chapel. Oh, there's actually a balcony up there too. Here's Henry Ford's school. Scotch Settlement School. He attended from age 8 to 11. So cool, all these buildings are just moved here. Oh, they sit on a plexiglass. So I guess they could put their shoes and their jackets here. Oh, that's just hitting the wall. Here's the classroom. Love these old buildings. Oh, a dunce cap. Oh, look, there were stairs going down. Is that from the other side? I wonder how many kids burned their hands on those heater pipes, the exhaust pipes. They had to be so hot. It's a log cabin house there. This building here, supposedly this is where Abraham Lincoln, well, before when he was a lawyer, practiced law. Logan County Courthouse. Between 1840 and 1847, Abraham Lincoln tried cases here as a traveling lawyer. Visiting once or twice a year, he worked mostly on cases with neighborhood disagreements. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So this is the courthouse, huh?
Yeah. Be assigned by the state to all the counties on that circuit. They make a route in the spring and fall each year.
Oh, okay.
And so all the lawyers who had business before the court would show up at the appropriate time. Abraham Lincoln's assigned to that by his senior law partner in 1840. And so he set out to try to drum up new business for the firm.
Wow. Cool. Where was this in Illinois? Because I'm from Illinois, so.
Yeah, so now Lincoln, back then it was Postville, Illinois.
Oh, okay, I know exactly where it is. I'm way up there.
Yeah.
I'm north of Chicago, so. Thank you. At Howard's office, mid-1800s. See what this is like. I'm sure it's pretty modest. Hey.
Hi, how are you this afternoon?
Good. Oh, we got all the medicines in the jars. Can I come back there?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. Wow.
This is a country doctor's office as it would have appeared in the 1800s.
Okay.
And as I say as it would have appeared, but actually one of the most unique things about this building is how pristinely accurate it is.
Really?
The doctor who worked here, Doc Howard, worked here right up until the day he died in 1883. His family didn't know what they wanted to do with the building, so they just boarded it up and forgot about it. And
really?
Fast forward about 65 years until a descendant of theirs is interested in the family history and cracks it open for the first time in the 1950s. And it was like a time capsule. So
wow.
Every single bottle, every piece of furniture, exactly what was here 140 some odd years ago.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Luckily they didn't knock it down because they would have just leveled it, you know, with everything in it. What was this room considered?
So that was his laboratory. This is where he was very interested in botanical cures. So he's growing a lot of his own herbs and medicinal plants. Then he's making extracts and distillations and stuff from there.
Okay. Cool, thanks. It's pretty quiet in here now. It's a town hall. Everything from dances to elections took place here. There's a carousel over there. This is the lodge at Christie in Maine. This looks like a cool building. I think it's I think they move around at the top there. Yeah, this is already closed. Looks like it's candies and stuff. But if you look at the top, I have a feeling they move maybe every hour or so. Or at least gone. The jewelry store. Kind of hard to see with the sun. Getting close back to the beginning here. There's a glass shop. They actually blow glass in here too, demonstrations. Go back to the Roundhouse because I think they're going to pull that train in. The printing office. Just a little beach area. This is a Detroit, Toledo, Milwaukee Roundhouse. So I guess they'll pull the train in there, then bring it into the Roundhouse.
Oh, this is so cool to see. Yeah. That's it. On she comes.
It should teeter one more time when he comes on this side. Just glides.
Wow. Wow.
That was cool.
And then they'll close the door.
The old mill.